Are you ready for some huge updates? A new Shadow Legendary, a new Shadow Shiny Legendary, one of the best features returning to the game, and another one of the rarest Pikachu ever released, which I missed the other year, which I will not be missing this year. Get ready for some big Pokemon Go announcements with actual good quality this video. Also, we're close to 3 million subscribers on this channel. Please subscribe. Let's start off with what is probably the most exciting update we've had in a very, very long time. It is the Delightful Days Taken Over event coming to Pokemon Go, which brings a brand new Shadow Legendary. Okay, this event is happening Monday, August 11th at noon, or 12 a.m., to Sunday, August 17th at 11:59 p.m. local time. One of the biggest parts of this is Shadow Kyogre, which is not a new Shadow Legendary. Don't worry, we have one, we'll announce it, but it's a new Shadow Shiny Legendary. For the first time ever, Shadow Kyogre can be Shadow Shiny Kyogre, which is really exciting because Shadow Kyogre is one of the best water types in the game. Very, very useful, and obviously a Shadow Shiny is a Shadow Shiny. And this will be happening August 16th at 6 a.m. to Sunday, August 17th at 10 p.m. local time, and you can get one additional raid pass during these event hours just from spinning gyms, which is great. So a little Shadow Shiny Kyogre raid weekend, but it's not like a raid weekend event, but it's there. Real quick, let me tell you a secret. I am currently in therapy, and today's video is sponsored by BetterHelp, which I personally am excited to talk about for that reason. And that's because lately I've just been thinking a lot about my own mental health. And if you've followed me or this channel for quite a while, you'll know that I have talked about mental health and my mental health and the importance of it quite a lot over the years. And nowadays, I think it's especially important because we're living in a mental world now. Let me explain what that means. Today, a lot of our lives aren't physical, it's mental. Our social life is like really online these days through social media. It's like a mental universe that we're living in. Even a lot of our work is now mental rather than physical. There's some crazy studies that basically show over the last 10 years, there have been some huge shifts in duties and work duties for people from physical tasks to mental tasks. It's a mental world we're living in now. And that's why right now your mental health is just more important than it ever has been. And what I've noticed is that very happy, successful, very fulfilled people are people who prioritize and work on their mental health, which is what I'm trying to do, which is why I go to therapy. I use it like a tool in my tool belt to improve and strengthen my mind. So for you, if therapy is something that you've been thinking about, maybe putting off, maybe considering, BetterHelp, today's sponsor, is fantastic to look into and a great way to start because they make it super easy. You just answer a few questions and they match you with a licensed therapist in a couple of days. And if it's not a great fit, no worries, you can switch therapists at any point. And in these calls, the therapist will listen, ask questions, and help you see things in kind of a new perspective, which can be extremely helpful. That aspect specifically has helped me a lot because it's really hard to figure out the complexities of life all by yourself with your own one singular perspective. It's really helpful to have another person to bounce ideas, thoughts, and feelings off of. Now, I'm not saying therapy is going to solve all your problems overnight, but for me personally, it's helped me think clearer, work through problems both in my personal and business life, and overall just become a more successful and happy person. So if that's something that you're looking for, check the link in the description below or go to betterhelp.com/mystic for 10% off your first month of therapy. Savings. Good for the mental health. And thank you again to BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video and bringing the barrier of entry to therapy lower. We love that. Okay, and then the new Shadow Legendary is Shadow Giratina, which I think is going to be really useful. There'll be a brand new research where you get a Super Rocket Radar and can encounter Giovanni, and Giovanni will officially have Shadow Giratina, and this is like the regular form Giratina, altered, I think. So super big there. This is definitely a cool Shadow Legendary. I don't actually know how meta relevant it is. I know that the other form of Giratina is very meta relevant. This one, I think, might or might not be. Once it comes out, we'll have a better idea. The event bonuses include, as always, Team Go Rocket appearing more frequently at balloons and Pokestops. Pokemon caught in 1-star and 3-star Shadow raids will have a wider variety of IVs, which means they can be good, bad, kind of all over the place, which is helpful for PvP IVs. You can use a TM to get frustration off of your Shadow Pokemon. I mean, I don't need to stick on this for very long because if you followed the channel or followed the game for years, you'll always know when this happens because I always make a video yelling from the top of all the buildings that this is a really important feature and you need to use it because Shadow Pokemon are some of the best in the entire game because they do 20% more damage than non-Shadow Pokemon, so very, very useful. But the only way they become useful is if you can get frustration off of them, and you can only do that during these specific events. So during these couple of days, August 11th to August 17th, you can get frustration off of your Shadows. So if you're going to get the new Shadow Giratina, if you're going to get the Shadow Shiny Kyogre, make sure you TM the frustration off of these Pokemon. And another very cool feature, Shiny Salandit will be available for the first time ever, which is interesting because, I don't know if you remember this, but like months ago, this might have been last year, Shadow Salandit appeared in Pokemon Go for like some very random lucky people, and we all thought it was maybe a glitch, or like it was accidentally released, or like maybe it was a fake screenshot, but we didn't hear anything about it. Apparently it kind of like glitched into the game. Pokemon Go never made an announcement, which makes me think it might have been fake, but we talked about it in a lot of videos, and I tried to hatch it in other videos, and we never got the shiny. Well, officially, for the first time, apparently, Shiny Salandit will be available during this event, and that is a 12-kilometer exclusive Pokemon. So 12-kilometer exclusive shiny, going to be very, very rare, very, very hard to get, very expensive to hunt, but a really, really good-looking shiny. There's also a couple of brand new Shadow Pokemon coming to the game during this event, including Shadow Staryu, Shadow Fletchling, Shadow Pikipek, and Shadow Grubbin. Plus, the team leaders will be changing their Shadow Pokemon out. So if you do not have your Shadow Shiny Gibble from Cliff, right, yet, if you don't have that yet, I'd recommend hunting it, because that's one of the coolest Shadow Shinies we've gotten in a very, very long time. I have no idea what the new Shadow Shinies will be. We always don't know until the event starts, so make sure you're subscribed to the channel. When the event starts, we'll make a video. I'll announce what the Shadow Shinies are and how to get them, and we'll hunt for those then. As for Shadow Raids, we're going to have quite a bit of them. The 1-star raids will have Bellsprout, Apom, Teddiursa, and Shadow Seedot. The 3-star raids will have Shadow Girafarig, Absol, and Whirlipede. A lot of those can be shiny, and like, you know, they could be Shundo if you can purify it. Speaking of Shundo, I don't know if you saw the community post on the channel, but I got a crazy Shundo, and it'll be in a video in a week or two. There's going to be event-filled research tasks during this event that will give you fast TMs, charge TMs, and mysterious components, and there'll be a collection challenge. So overall, this is a great event. I mean, the Team Rocket events are some of the best just because you can get frustration off of your shadows, which is very important. And then usually we have some very exciting new releases. So again, the new ones, Shadow Giratina, which will be a Giovanni team leader encounter. We'll have 3 new Shadow Shinies through the team leaders, which we'll figure out once the event starts. And Shadow Kyogre is coming out on the 16th and 17th, I think it was, and can be shiny for the first time. And Shiny Salandit is coming to the game for the first time, so really great event. Also happening from August 15th to the 17th is the Pokemon World Championships here in Los Angeles. Kind of. It's in Anaheim, which is close to Los Angeles. This is very exciting because every year we've got a World Championships event that happens in-game. And typically, you know, globally, but specifically at Pokemon Worlds, the physical event, there's like extra spawns, boosted shiny rates, and the one and only Worlds Pikachu, which has been one of the most sought after shiny Pokemon in Pokemon Go history, because it obviously each design only comes out once during the World Championship weekend. It's only available for a couple of days, and they can be shiny. And last year, which I missed, the Scuba Chew, I think was last year, was, in my opinion, the best World Championship Pikachu design ever. And you could get it with the background, with the Honolulu, Hawaii background. I did not get the shiny with the background, which is heartbreaking. But this year, there definitely will be an Anaheim background, and this is the design of the Pikachu. It's wearing like a sweater. Okay, in my opinion, this is like one of the weakest World Championship Pikachu designs they've ever come out with, but it still looks cool. It's just not the Scuba Chew, you know? But this Pikachu will be available. It's gonna have a background, so if you're in Anaheim for Worlds, look out for it. I will be in Anaheim for Worlds, but the Pokemon Company declined my my request to go to Worlds as a content creator, so I won't be going inside the World Championships for the first time in many years, which is a whole nother story for another day. But I'm still going to go to the event, film what I can, and then specifically hunt the Pikachu and play the in-person event to show what that's like at the World Championships. I just won't be able to watch. It's fine. I'm not mad. You are. And the event that's happening around this August 15th to 17th, obviously we have the new Pikachu, there's some new avatar items, and there's some event bonuses, which include up to 5 special trades each day. That's great. There's going to be additional Pokemon that you can encounter in the Go Battle League, and an increased chance of getting a shiny Pikachu with the varsity jacket. So fingers crossed, I'm going super hard for it. The wild encounters for this event include Nidoran, Mankey, Marill, Paldean Wooper, Spoink, Inkay, Rookidee, Fuecoco, Male Frillish, and Vullaby, all of which can be shiny, and I'm going to assume that in Anaheim there will probably be boosted shiny rates on some of these, kind of like how I think it was like the Floettes Floelet, the Flabébes that we had the boosted shinies on in Hawaii. In the raids during this event, we're going to have Pikachu with a varsity jacket in the 1-star raids, along with Honedge. The 3-star raids will have Lapras, Dusclops, and Diggersby. And the field research tasks will have Marill, Paldean Wooper, Honedge, and yes, Pikachu with a varsity jacket. So you can hunt it both in field research and in raids. I'm going to be going so hard on the raids, dude, you have no idea. There are some featured attacks that certain Pokemon can learn. Lapras will be able to learn the Charge Attack Ice Beam. Primeape will get the Charge Attack Rage Fist. Annihilape will get the Charge Attack Rage Fist, and Clodsire will get the Charge Attack Mega Horn. There's also, this is very, very cool, from August 11th at 1 p.m. to August 17th at midnight, the Go Battle League will have like a new Worlds featured arena. So when you go in to battle, the scene will be much different. So I always love when they do like aesthetic changes like that, kind of like when they make the map or the sky look different, like it's just kind of like a fun little refresh on the game. And also happening during this event will be the Go Battle Weekend Delightful Days from August 15th at 12 a.m. to August 17th at 11:59 p.m. The rewards include 4 times Stardust from win rewards in the Go Battle League, which is great because the Go Battle League is the #1 way to earn Stardust in Pokemon Go. So 4 times the dust. The maximum number of sets you could do go from 5 to 20, which means a total of 100 battles per day. There's going to be free battle-themed timed research that's going to give you most likely Stardust encounters, and also Shoesphere Avatar, inspired by a powerful Battle Tower Battler. Cool. And then Pokemon encountered in the Go Battle League will have a wider variety of attack, defense, and HP. And you'll be able to play in the Great Ultra and Masters League, so that's going on. Another exciting event, the Dark Skies event happening Friday, August 18th at 10 a.m. to August 23rd at 10 a.m. This is going to be all about Dynamax Pokemon, and this is part of the Pokemon Go Fest Max Finale event. So this is how this is working. On Monday, August 18th, Latias and Latios will be in the Dynamax raids. On Tuesday, August 19th and Wednesday, August 20th, we're going to have Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres in the Dynamax raids. All of these can be shiny, by the way. And then on Thursday, August 21st and Friday, August 22nd, we're going to have Raikou, Entei, and Suicune in the max raids. And this is kind of cool, just kind of, I know not many people grind the max battles as hard as the normal raids. But think of it this way, the max battles is a great way, it's essentially raiding, right? Like, this is how you can get good IV, Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, Raikou, Entei, Suicune, Latios, like good IV versions of these Pokemon. You can get them shiny, and they're also Dynamax eligible. So they could be used both in Dynamax raids and non-Dynamax raids, and you're going to be able to get candy for these legendaries if you need them. So honestly, even if you're not a big Dynamax person, these are very useful raids, and I'll for sure be doing the remote raids during this week, streaming here on YouTube, so come by the streams. Because I definitely need more, I need more shiny Raikou, Entei, and Suicune, horrendously badly. And honestly, the birds, I always try to trade for them, and I just never have any to trade back. So I need more shinies of that. And if you don't want to do the Dynamax raids, don't worry, because from August 18th to the 20th, Zacian and Zamazenta will be in the 5-star raids, so those bad boys are back. August 21st will be Zacian, back again, and then August 22nd will be Zamazenta in the raids. So the Dynamax raids will have the legendaries, and then the 5-star raids will have Zacian, Zamazenta. So if you need more candy, more XL candy, or good IV versions of those Pokemon, or more shinies, and you didn't get enough during GoFest, you've got an extra, 4 days to get more. Oh, and then during this time, 3-star raids will be Galarian Farfetch'd and Galarian Weezing, and 1-star raids will be Sinistea. And there's going to be 2 raid hours. On August 21st, it's going to be Crown Sword Zacian, so 1 full hour of Zacian raids from 6 to 7 p.m. local time. And then on August 22nd will be Crowned Shield Zamazenta, 6 to 7 p.m. So you just get a bunch of extra raids in. And also the event bonuses for this event include more power spots that will be active, so just more power spots. The power spots will refresh daily, so more raids. The max particle collection limit will increase, and the remote raid pass limit will be 30 per day. Yes, from August 18th, Monday to Friday, August 22nd. So I'm going to be going crazy hard on remote raids this entire week. So remote raid pass limit increasing is a big W. I'm all in. And then we've got more information for the GoFest Max Finale event, which is August 23rd and 24th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. local time each day. This is going to be huge. Okay, Eternamax Eternatus has finally been officially announced, I guess. Like, we knew it was coming, but like, here's this. Eternamax Eternatus will take over a majority of the power spots during the Pokemon Go Fest 2025 Max Finale. But here's the catch. You cannot catch an Eternatus after defeating these max battles. You only get the Eternatus out of your Go Battle Pass from the weekend. So that's sort of unfortunate, but the nice thing is that if you defeat these max raids, you get like a ton of candy for Eternatus that you can then use to power the one that you have up. So that's how this is working. So just know you're not going to be able to catch Eternatus from the Eternamax raids. You're only getting candy from defeating them. So if you have a bunch of rare candy and like you're just going to use all your rare candy and you don't really need more candy and you don't want to waste your raid passes on this, then don't do that, right? But if you're like me and like, I don't know, I'm probably going to grind the candy and XL candy and try to get my Eternatus to level 50. So I will be doing some of these max battles. So that's happening. So just be aware. The 3-star raids during this event will be Phalanx with the train costume, and the 5-star raids will be Crown Sword Zacian and Crown Sword Zamazenta. And also apparently the max finale, the Go Pass max finale will enhance the power of Crown Sword Zacian and Zamazenta. So I assume they're gonna do more damage in raids. So just make sure to use those guys. And in addition to Eternamax Eternatus coming to the game this weekend, the 6-star max battles, Gigantamax battles, will also have a bunch more Pokemon. On Saturday, August 23rd, we're gonna have Gigantamax Lapras from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., Gigantamax Snorlax from 11 a.m. to noon, Gigantamax Gengar from noon to 1, Gigantamax Inteleon from 1 to 2, Gigantamax Venusaur from 2 to 3, Gigantamax Machamp from 3 to 4, and Gigantamax Toxtricity Amped form from 4 to 5. So if you missed any of those Gigantamax Pokemon or you want to hunt them for the shiny, there you go. Those are the times. And then Sunday, August 24th, Rillaboom, 10 to 11. Gigantamax Charizard, 11 to 12. I'll probably hit those raids because I need the shiny. Butterfree, 12 to 1. Kingler, 1 to 2. Blastoise, 2 to 3. Cinderace, 3 to 4. And low-key form Toxtricity from 4 to 5. Obviously, some very, very important and meta-relevant Gigantamax Pokemon if you do Dynamax battles and Gigantamax battles. So if you need any of those, this is your time to get them. And in the 1-star raids, we're going to have the Dapper Pikachu. So if you missed that, in the 1-star. This is obviously a very raid-heavy event, like super raid-heavy. So event bonuses, speaking of the raids, event bonuses between 12 a.m. and 11:59 p.m. on both event days, so Saturday and Sunday. Additional power spots are going to be active. Power spots will refresh more frequently. Max particle collection limit will increase. 2 times candy for catching Pokemon. That's great. That includes the wild. 2 times XL candy from catching Pokemon. Amazing. And the one that I'm most excited about that we're going to use a ton and we're going to have a very, very big long live stream here on YouTube. There is no limit on remote raids from Saturday, August 23rd to Sunday, August 24th. I don't think I'm going to do a 24-hour stream, but we are going to sit here in this office for as many hours as I possibly can and stream raiding all weekend long. So I can't wait. So make sure you're subscribed, and I hope you're excited for these events and these updates because they are insane. Even more crazy is this video on screen right now. Click that next, and I'll see you in there.